Storm season is approaching, and for Arkansans, that means strong winds and property damage. Tree damage recovery and cleanup can be a significant expense. Landowners and homeowners will have to face the choice of either treating the damage themselves or hiring a specialist, which can be challenging. In this video, we will show you the various types of tree damage, when to call a specialist, and what to look for when hiring a professional, as well as address the common practices of tree topping and wound treatment, and finally, the various methods of disposal. Storm damage to landscape trees can range from major to minor. Trees can often recover from minor injuries. However, severe injuries can increase a tree's susceptibility to insect and disease attacks, ultimately killing the tree. Storm damage can be rated based on the degree and type of damage. Minimal damage would include broken twigs or small branches, less than 25% crown damage, and small trees with less than a 45-degree lean. Recommendations for recovery include leaving the damage for now, pruning small broken branches using proper techniques, and staking small trees that are 4 inches in diameter or less. Moderate damage would include broken tops and less than 30% crown damage. Recommendations for recovery include remove the broken snags down to the next major interior branch, try not to top the tree, and prune using the natural target pruning method. Severe damage would include 50% crown damage or trees that are bent more than 45 degrees. Recommendations for recovery include, if more than 50% of the crown is damaged, monitor over a 2-year period. If the damage is much greater than 50%, consider removing the tree. Hire a professional because it is too dangerous to remove these types of trees yourself. Catastrophic damage includes trees with split trunks. Recommendations for recovery include, if there is nothing left, cut the tree to the ground. Hire a professional because these are too dangerous to remove yourself. A tree specialist should treat other more severe damage, especially if extensive bracing, cabling, or removal of large branches is required. As always, never try to remove limbs or trees from utility lines. Let the professionals do it. As with all things, there is a right and a wrong way to repair storm-damaged trees. What should you look for in a tree specialist? The major repair will undoubtedly require the use of a chainsaw and climbing equipment. Unless you are experienced in using such equipment and comfortable working off the ground, it may be best to have the work performed by a competent professional. The names of qualified firms can be obtained from local nursery workers. Also look for listings of professionals under tree service when searching. Make sure they carry proper liability and workman's compensation insurance before allowing them to begin work on the job. To protect yourself and your property, it's okay to ask for references or qualifications. You might want to hold on to your money until it has been completely earned by the person you have hired to do a job. Even under critical emergency conditions, complete, good quality repairs and tree removal must be done, or more damage and deterioration can appear in the future. Many people panic after a storm and hire tree service companies to top their trees. Although a common practice, tree topping is not recommended by professional arborists. Topping a tree means removing most branches from a tree in an unfounded belief that such a measure will prevent ice or wind damage. Smaller branches are cut in the hope that the branches will not fail. However, tree topping can create more problems rather than solving them. This tree was severely topped, although it had not suffered that much damage during the ice storm. Topping removes all of the buds that the tree had in place for growing the next season's leaves. 5 years later, the tree grew many more branches that are not well attached to the larger branches. These weaker attachments are now more prone to fail during the next wind or ice event. By topping the tree, the homeowner has created much more of a hazard than if they had pruned the tree properly. Contrary to popular belief, painting or sealing trunk and limb wounds is unnecessary. Research shows that painted or sealed areas can lead to increased rot and decay due to trapped moisture. Following the proper pruning practice of natural target pruning or 3-step cutting is the key to treating storm-damaged trees. Larger branches can be cut and used for firewood. Folks should consider specific safety considerations before firing up the wood stove or fireplace. Although wood scraps can be the perfect fuel for stoves or fireplaces, some wood is treated with chemicals that can be toxic when burned. Never burn wood scraps treated with wood preservatives or inorganic salts. Do not burn treated fence posts for the same reason. There's no need for homeowners to pay a premium for services in the first few weeks after the storm. In the case of landscape trees, cleanup and tree trimming doesn't have to be done immediately unless life or property are threatened. For more information on tree damage recovery, please visit the webpage listed in the description or call your local county extension office.